All right, welcome everyone. I wanted to first welcome every one of you that are here watching this video, whether it's now present with us or later on a recording. I just want to let you know that we don't invite everybody to these doTERRA business discovery calls. It's for people that we really see that value the oils, the education, and what the company is all about. And we just want you to know that we think that you're very special and that we really see a lot of potential in you, and that's why we've all invited you to this presentation here. So real quick, I just wanted to get started. I want you first to see my face. My name is Dr. Jane. Hi. I am a family wellness chiropractor as well as a doTERRA wellness advocate. And a great way I like to start off all my classes, whether they are essential oil education based or the business side of it. I love getting our oils out if you have some with you and just putting a drop. So one of my favorites here is balance. I'm gonna be putting a drop in my hand and I'm just gonna use it to help chill me out. With representing whatever it can be, it's hard to, we can be all over the place. And so this is just really centering and bringing me back to remembering the reason that I'm doing this with you guys, which is to help people, right? Help people, whether it's health, wellness, emotional well-being, or financial, whatever it is. That's what we're here to do. So welcome and thank you. Thanks for being here, making the time. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the screen onto a little PowerPoint that we'll go through so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. And just for logistics, if you guys do have any questions, if you are here live with us, we have a group chat box. You can write your questions in there. Otherwise, if you're watching the recording, feel free to write them down so that you can respond back to your wellness advocate about any questions or comments that you have about the presentation. Cool? All right, guys, let's get started here. So we are going to bring this up for you. I'm going to share it. Awesome. All right, here we go. So again, that's a picture of me and my daughter. Again, like it says on the side there, I am a doctor of chiropractic. I specialize in family wellness care and have brought doTERRA into my office for the past 2 years. A little background on my story. I fell in love with chiropractic, the lifestyle, keeping people healthy rather than waiting until they get crisis mode. I mean, way back when I was younger, I never liked taking pills, medications, anything like that, and just really saw the value in living a healthy, vibrant life. And so I eventually got into chiropractic. When I was in chiropractic school, I actually had my first baby, my son, Cruz, and that whole experience just, again, led me into working with families and mothers and realizing the potential we have if we take control of our own health. Because unfortunately, it can be a very, it can become a power struggle, whether it's in the medical system or out. But I felt like I met a lot of mothers that were disempowered from either their prenatal care, their birth experience, postnatal, motherhood, whatever it is. And so I love helping, empowering other families to make the best decisions for them and their family. So then I got involved with doTERRA. I'm not gonna lie, I was a skeptic big time. I just thought, oh, essential oils, one of those fads. I don't wanna jump into it. But I actually started using them with my son, and he had this just lingering chronic cough that wouldn't go away. It was so intense in the middle of the night. He would wake up and just be coughing and like hacking into a washcloth. And it was miserable for us, for our sleep, for his sleep. He wasn't getting the rest he needed for his body to heal. So I had a little bottle of Breathe. I had no idea what a diffuser was. I didn't know how to apply it, anything like that. So the only thing I knew was we were using a humidifier that had water. So I poured a couple drops in there, got the humidifier going, and then just poured a bunch all over his chest like I would Vicks vapor rub, right? And I just kind of slathered that all over him. And it blew my mind that within 15 minutes, he stopped coughing and he slept through the night. And that was the first night. So second night, I was skeptical, like, okay, let's just try it again if this happens. And we did, and same thing. And so ever since that experience, I just have gone to the oils for anything big, small, intermediate, emotional health, and then now with my patients. So I really, really love the power and effectiveness of them. And I think most of you have either experienced them, are currently using them. But then the part that we're going to focus on today is the business aspect. And, you know, I love being a chiropractor. It's one of the most amazing things that I can do for people. But I have to say there is a part of me that gets really sad when people say they can't afford care or anything with finances, right? I can't afford care. I can't bring my family in, all these kinds of things. And so I saw a really great opportunity with doTERRA that not only are people taking their power back in their health and getting healthy and taking care of their ailments, but there is a potential for people to heal their financial life too. And I think that is just such a beautiful thing, especially now in our day and age, when a lot of people, financial issues can cause physical ailments. So it's really getting to the root cause in many aspects for a lot of people. So that is why I'm here sharing this message with you. Again, I know we have people of all walks of life. We've got mamas that are home with their babies. We've got hardworking moms that are in the office, traveling, whatever it may be. We've got dads. We've got people that aren't even experiencing making their own family at this point. But wherever you are in your life, I just want you to know that this could be a potential answer for your solution. So again, thanks for being here. And we're going to get started with this part of the presentation, which talks about why do we want residual income? First, have you guys heard of residual income? I think it's kind of this thing we talk about, especially in network marketing. Hey, what is this idea of residual income? And there's a quote on here, and it says, a wealthy person is simply someone who has learned how to make money when they're not working. And that's from Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which I highly, highly recommend you guys reading. He talks a lot about different brackets, different ways people can make money, and he is a big advocate of network marketing. And so the whole idea of residual income is just what he said, making money while you are building an asset that continues to pay you after your work has been done, right? So you can be sleeping in the middle of the night. You could be on sick leave. You could be on maternity leave. You could be traveling with your family. You could be doing all these things, but there's still an income coming in for you. So that's something I found really, really valuable for me in my life. My family and I have decided to homeschool our kids, and we love the idea of world traveling. Like, let's go learn about different cultures, things like that, and experience the world. But as a chiropractor, I would need to be more stationary. So that is something that's part of our plan, big term. And so the whole cool thing is, well, how do you get residual income, right? The main ways we know how to make money are get a job, have someone pay you, or you could start a franchise, is what we're talking about on this page. So starting a franchise would mean you'd be investing, say, about $250,000 just to get ownership of it, then to get employees, the building, customer service, lawyers, equipment, overhead, just all the back end part of a business. That's another anywhere from $20,000 to $750,000. So it could be up to potential $1 million that you're investing in this franchise. You can totally do that. I've seen great success with it, but I also see a lot of burnout with that, right? A lot of people investing so much, not just financially, but time-wise and energy-wise, that they get sick, depleted, and they're just totally over it. So another way to create residual income would be to start your own small business. That's what myself and a couple of us on this call have done. And so with starting out your own small business, you can do it in a bunch of different ways. You can start on a small scale, you can do a big scale. But the scary part about having your own business is that the statistics show 8 out of 10 businesses fail in the first 18 months. That's a lot, right? So you get your hopes up and you're creating this huge business with a vision, and then you have 8 out of 10 chances to not even flourish within the first year and a half. So, and then even more alarming, within the first 10 years of a business, 96% fail. So not to say that if you want to have a small business, go for it. I totally believe in your abilities, but there's just less success chance with that, unfortunately. So again, as a small business owner, that's why I've incorporated this new business model of network marketing into my practice now. And for those of you that do not know what network marketing is, there's lots of terms we use. It's direct selling, multi-level marketing, but the idea is that you are buying a service or product from somebody that you've met. It could be anywhere, online. It could be through a play group. It could be through church. It's networking. That's why we say network marketing. It's who you know, who you can serve in that way. So the big question is, well, why network marketing over a small business, a franchise, having a job? What would be the benefit to having a network marketing job, if you want to call it that? A lot of us don't even end up calling it a job, more of a passion. But what the big benefits are is that there's a low startup cost. The products are provided so you don't have to go through the back end. You don't have to figure out the testing, the quality, the packaging, all that kind of stuff. There's no customer service. You don't have to get a building. You don't have to do rent, lights, water, employees. It is a relational business, like we said. It's all our network, the people that we know and love. You can create a residual income, like we talked about. And this is by far my biggest reason for being in network marketing is time freedom. You can build your business at any time, any place in the world, however you want. It's really the sky's the limit, not only with creating your own schedule, but you can also create as much income as you want. So sometimes with a job or other places, you actually have a max. So in the job world or with a small business, for me, I trade my time for income. So I have to be in the office a certain amount of time to make a certain amount of money, whereas with network marketing, the sky really is the limit. So I think that's a really great potential for network marketing. Now we're talking about why doTERRA, right? Why doTERRA? Of all the network marketing companies, there's got to be hundreds and hundreds out there. I personally have been involved in one prior to doTERRA. And why doTERRA and why now? So in network marketing, choosing the right company is vital. For myself in particular, I know my values, my love and passions have to be into it. Otherwise, I'm going to be miserable. So that's, for me, that's my forefront. The products I know, I believe in, the quality is there, all that kind of stuff. But business-wise, if you look at doTERRA, they are actually a debt-free company with steady growth, so that you have this trust in this company that they're not going to go out of business and all of a sudden your income is completely gone, because they are completely debt-free. They do focus on wholesale membership versus retail sales. So our big thing is we want people to get oils for the cheapest price they can, right? They're high quality, but they are going to be at the best price possible. And then there's no inventory, so you don't have to have oils at your home, and so you don't have to ship them out either. So it can be a very online-based business, which is super great. Now, again, focusing on business, just to get you an idea of different companies out there. When you're working with people and you're sharing doTERRA and the oils and the products and how they can help their family, other companies are doing this with maybe travel, jewelry, makeup, hair, clothing, lots of different products out there. But those companies, the average retention rate, meaning the rate that people actually continue to use the products and continue to purchase, the average is about 15%. So basically, that means for every 100 people that you have as a customer, only 15 of them are going to continue to purchase that product over and over and over. Now, if you look at doTERRA, doTERRA actually has an 85% retention rate, which blows my mind. I think it's twofold. One, it shows you that the quality of the products and people actually using them is there, right? Because people are actually continuing to purchase the products. It also stands for what the company is, which is all about integrity and helping people get better. And that's exactly what it's doing if they're going to continue to buy over and over. So I think that's a super great thing about doTERRA, and another reason that we're working with them. So let's move over. We're going to start looking at the 3 ways. Well, there's actually a couple. There's 5 different ways that you can actually start making money with doTERRA. So first and foremost, it depends on the account you have. We want to make sure we have wholesale accounts and we have wellness advocate accounts. So we want to make sure that we transfer your account over to a wellness advocate account in order for you to qualify for the compensation plan that they have in order. And so there are the first way, like we said, to make with doTERRA, they can do retail or they can do wholesale. And so with retail, they are actually purchasing the products at a 25% higher investment than for just regular wholesale. So I would say I have a very small percentage of retail customers, but it's something. If they don't want to sign up for wholesale and get a discount, that's totally cool, and they can just purchase products at 25% more than others. And so what is going that happens, that means that you are actually earning that 25% that they purchase over the wholesale price. That whole 25% goes to you as your compensation. So for instance, say someone buys $100 worth of oils at retail price, you will be getting a check in the mail for $25. Not bad, right? That's great. Now, another way to get paid is called Fast Start. These are paid weekly on every order for the first 60 days of a new enrollee. So basically, once you have set yourself up as a wellness advocate, you'll get super stoked. You're going to start doing classes. You're at least going to share with friends and family. I know that's what I did. People would walk in and they say, wow, it smells really great in here. What is that? It just started the conversation of how we use oils in our life. So basically, when you enroll someone as a wholesale, you will make 20% from their order. So if they buy $100, you'll be getting $20 off of that. But then also anything they purchase over the next 60 days or 2 months, you'll be purchasing 20% of that as well. So super cool. Also, a big value I see in doTERRA is family, not just our families, but the doTERRA family. So the way they've created their compensation plan really shows that when you are starting to build a team, you are there to help each other. And so by, say, for instance, I sign up my mom, Martha, and she enrolls underneath me, so I'm making 20% from her enrollment. Then she decides to sign up her girlfriend, Gloria, underneath her. I actually make 10% of what Gloria purchases. So it's actually helping me out. And Martha. And then it actually goes to a third level. So say Gloria signs up Sarah. Gloria is going to make 20% off of Sarah's enrollment. And then the next one, Martha, is going to make 10% off of that from Gloria. And then I'm actually going to get a 5% enrollment compensation from Sarah all the way down that fourth person. So that's really great. And you get that paid every week. So potentially you're getting a check every week in the mail. Super cool. The third way we have at the top right here, if you're looking at the screen, is called the power of 3. So the way that we teach people to share and get other people that want to do the business is with the power of 3. So you can look and find people that are invested in taking care of their health for them and their family. And you can get 3 people for yourself. Once you have 3 people with you, that's a $50 bonus basically that you're going to get every month. And then once you teach them to do the same thing, you can see right underneath that, there'll be a $250 bonus. And then once those 3 groups of people do the same thing, replicate, then you get a $1,500 bonus every month on top of all the fast starts and retail and what we're going to be talking about. So these are all different ways, and they all actually accumulate. So this big portion you can see where it says unilevel, we're comparing. So on the left side of what you see is going to be a typical plan of another network marketing company. But on the right-hand side, you'll see that it's doTERRA, so we can actually compare what it looks like. doTERRA, again, I told you I was in another network marketing company, and this actually kind of struck my eyes because a normal one, as you can see on the left, says you start with the people you sign up with at a 7%. You get 7% of what they are investing as your compensation, and then it gets lower. So it goes 6, 5, 3, and 2. So get smaller percentages as the amount of people you're serving gets larger. Now, if you flip over to the right-hand side and see what doTERRA does, they do it opposite. So you start with 2%, 3, 5, 6, and then up to 7% with the larger group of people. So I have to say, you are making smaller amounts of money at the beginning. You can see you start at 31 compared to $9. But at the end, if you look at the very bottom, compared to a normal network marketing company, you'll be making $6,561 a month, compared to doTERRA, which is $22,963. So that is almost a 4 times as much compensation just on this unilevel compensation plan. And when I saw that, it just opened my eyes like, wow, that's very generous of them. So I thought that was great. Now, the last one that I'm going to go over real quick is called a leadership bonus pool. So as in most businesses, there are different ranks that you can achieve. And once you start achieving those ranks, doTERRA wants you to be a part of the company, and they actually give you a part of the pool. So that's really cool. It goes from 1% to 2% to 4% of what people are making. And you can see at the very bottom here where it says Presidential Diamonds, they're making an average income of $110,083. So it's super cool to be able to see that and see that that's even a possibility from working at home, sharing oils with people that you love, and getting them healthy. Cool. So again, if you guys have any questions about compensation, then you can actually comment below or write it down so you can get it to your wellness advocate. Cool. All right, so I'm going to leave this up here for you guys just to check out real quick. This is a cool little graph showing you how you can build a business, roaring business, right? With doTERRA. So I want people to know right off the bat, this is not a get rich quick thing, not at all. This is really for people who are ready to, one, have a business, take control of that, and share the oils. I mean, it's really, they're powerful. They speak for themselves. When you're using them, you know this. And so this graph just gives you an idea of how it would grow over an amount of time. So it just depends, again, on the work that you're putting into it. But you can see on this left-hand side, it says phase 1, and it gives you actually some ideas to start getting your business together. So solidifying your why, completing a Start Naturally guide with your upline mentor, completing a Roadmap to Success course. These are all things that are really getting you to understand, why am I doing this? Because it's easy to jump in. I love the oils. I want to make money, those kind of things. But you got to get rock solid in your bigger picture and who you are here to serve, right? So that is looking like about 5 to 20 hours weekly that you're committing to. And then the average monthly income that you can make based on those hours is anywhere from $300 to $500 a month. So again, with kids in school now or on the weekends at night, we've been able to kind of fit in these 5 to 20 hours of commitment, which is pretty cool. Then you can see on the bottom here, phase 2 is where you're continuing to share, teach, enroll, and follow up. You're educating and you're launching new builders. You're finding other people that want to do the business as well. And you're committed to continued personal development. Now, I just have to stop here and share that that is one thing that I undoubtedly love about doTERRA is they are invested not only you and your family's health, they not only want you to be debt-free and financially well, but they just want you to be a better person. And they know that as we become more people aligned and here to really do work to help people, they know that by investing in us, that will help the business grow as a whole. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. So that is starting to look like upping your hours to about 10 to 30 hours, and your monthly income can be 2,000 plus. So that's super great. And now the third phase is where you're going to continue to lead by example with the basics. We're always enrolling, we're always teaching classes, we're always sharing with people. I mean, even today at the gym, my gym teacher was like, hey, I've got these bumps on my arm. What is it? And I looked at them and they were some bug bites. And I said, hey, you just got to put some lavender on there. That'll calm the itching and it'll help the healing process so much more. So, you know, that is something that I am never going to stop doing just because it's a part of our lives and what we do, and I love sharing that with others. So you're going to inspire, train, support, and duplicate. That's where we get from the 3 people, everyone learning how to get their 3 people. We're going to start duplicating that. And you're never going to stop learning and growing. And the weekly commitment, time-wise, really depends. Some people are spending 40 plus hours. Some people are still at that 30 hours. It really depends on what your time looks like and what your personal business looks like. But the average monthly income can be anywhere from 10,000 plus. And that's what the whole thing is about, is having no cap with your income, which is great. Cool. Now let me just show you these last 2 pages here. These 2 pages talk about, why do you want to build a doTERRA business? There are lots of different things. There is no right or wrong, I will tell you that. And this quote here says it beautifully. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So this page on the left talks about your dreams. What are the things that you want to do with yourself, with your family, with your loved ones? What dreams you have? And then it moves into your vision. Where do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Do you see yourself at the same job? Do you see yourself in school, learning something new? Where do you see yourself? And then the last little bit talks about your mission statement. You get to come up with a statement of why you are here doing what you do. It can be a very powerful tool to use in your life, whether you're doing this business or not. Having something that reconnects you to your higher purpose is really helpful. So what is super cool about this is that we actually have things that you can start doing today to get your business started. All of us here, whoever has invited you to this talk, we are invested in you and your growth. We really want to help you reach your dreams and your vision. It is one of the most satisfying things to see other people reach their dreams. So if you, during all this, found like this really called to you, and you just want more information, or you are ready to get started right now, I am going to ask you to reach out to the wellness advocate who invited you today. Text them, call them, email. We have so many ways of contacting people these days, but I want you to go ahead and contact them. They will help you with your next step. So let me get back to my face here so you guys can see, hey. So yeah, go ahead and reach out to them. They are going to help you with all the details, get you figured out with your next steps. And I have to say, if you can set your mission statement and set up some realistic goals for yourself in the next 3 months, like this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do in order to get that, then I have no doubt that you are going to be able to reach that with the help of your other wellness advocates and people in your life. So just make sure you're committed to those. Reach out. If you guys have questions, again, feel free to reach out to any of us. We are here to help. We want to make sure you have all the information you need to make the best decision for you and your family. And thanks for being here. We really appreciate you guys. And we'll see you next time. See ya.